me. Help me! Come on.
At the film's outset, we are introduced to a pregnant woman named Cindy, who is on a trip with her mother and younger sister. At this point, Cindy's mother has gone to the grocery store for some items, leaving Cindy to supervise her sister. While conversing with her boyfriend on the phone, Cindy keeps a watchful eye on her sister, cautioning her not to wander too far to avoid getting lost. During this time, Cindy notices an unusual plant and, out of curiosity, picks its fruit and tastes it. Finding the flavor peculiar and unsettling, she promptly spits it out. Afterward, she calls for her sister but receives no reply. Suddenly, she hears rustling in the bushes and upon closer inspection, sees someone lurking in the shadows. A man emerges, clad in military attire and wielding a large knife, along with a baby bag. Realizing that he poses a threat to her unborn child, Cindy instinctively hides among the bushes. The man searches for her but ultimately abandons the search and departs. When Cindy emerges from her hiding place, her younger sister unexpectedly appears and calls out to her. Startled, Cindy urges her sister to be quiet. But it is too late, the man returns and apprehends her. The younger sister flees but witnesses the unfolding events. Shortly after, the assailant approaches a lake and spots the little girl sitting quietly in a boat. Strangely, he does not harm her, instead, he merely waves his hand before walking away. However, the girl hears a baby crying from his bag and rushes back to find her sister, only to discover Cindy lifeless and covered in blood, her stomach brutally opened, indicating that Cindy has been murdered and her baby taken. The narrative then shifts to introduce a new couple, Raymond and Darlene, who are traveling to a lakeside cabin for a weekend getaway. Darlene is also pregnant, and they have already chosen the name Seven for their baby. Raymond expresses a desire for his sister Martha to join them at the cabin. During their journey, they encounter a local sheriff who requests to see their license. Darlene recognizes the sheriff, leading to a brief conversation. However, upon learning that the couple is heading to the cabin where Cindy was killed, the sheriff's demeanor becomes noticeably grave. He allows them to continue but discreetly begins to follow them. Upon arriving at the cabin, they are greeted by Martha. Raymond mentions that he needs to step out for some work and asks Martha to look after Darlene while he is gone. They observe the sheriff's vehicle parked nearby. Upon entering the cabin, Darlene is taken aback by its cleanliness and questions Martha about whether this was truly the best choice. Martha explains that it was a fortunate find to secure such an inexpensive cabin near the lake. Darlene then inquires about the location of the restroom, to which Martha cautions her not to expect it to be well maintained. As Darlene makes her way to the bathroom, she notices a door marked with a "Do Not Open" sign. Martha speculates that it may be a private area belonging to the cabin's owner, though it is implied that something more ominous lies behind that door. Darlene also finds it peculiar that all the windows are boarded up. Martha clarifies that the original windows were removed by the owner, and the boat is kept outside to deter hunters from intruding. Later, as they sit by the lake, Martha shares her initial fears upon seeing Raymond with Darlene. Worried that Darlene might leave her, but she acknowledges that her concerns were unfounded. Suddenly, strange noises emanate from the forest. Martha retrieves a knife to investigate but finds nothing amiss. Darlene examines an old photograph depicting a sheriff alongside a man, prompting Martha to explain that the man is the cabin's owner and an old hunting companion of the sheriff. At that moment, a knock is heard at the door. When Martha inquires about who it is, there is no response. Upon opening the door, she discovers her neighbor Loretta and her daughter Patty, who mention they came over after noticing the car and offer assistance if needed. Patty reminds them that it is getting late, and Loretta promises to return shortly with cookies. Subsequently, Martha and Darlene begin looking through an old photo album. Martha recounts that Raymond's first girlfriend was mistreated by her uncle. When Darlene asks about her current whereabouts, Martha expresses hope that she is safe. Meanwhile, Patty makes her way back with cookies, sensing that someone might be watching her. However, upon checking, she finds no one there. As Martha and Darlene continue their enjoyable time together, another knock at the door interrupts them. Assuming it to be Patty, they open the door only to find the killer standing there. He knocks Martha unconscious, prompting Darlene to quickly shut the door in fear. The assailant then thrusts a knife through the door, narrowly missing Darlene's eye by mere inches. At this moment, Patty arrives and calls out, but Darlene spots the killer lurking just behind Patty. In a swift motion, Darlene pulls Patty inside and, trembling with fear, Patty asks who the man is. Darlene explains her belief that he intends to abduct her baby, referencing recent reports of a man stealing infants from their mothers. She then asks if there is a firearm in the house. Patty recalls that her father owned a gun but states it is stored in a secret room. Unlocking the door with a key reveals that this house belongs to Patty's father. Inside the secret room, they discover pieces of meat hanging from hooks. Patty mentions that her father used to hunt rabbits. Suddenly, they hear a noise coming from above. The killer is upstairs. Just then, Loretta knocks on the door seeking assistance. Darlene opens the door, but the assailant falls onto her and abducts Loretta. Patty screams for help for her mother, but Darlene warns that going outside would put them all in danger. The assailant restrains Loretta and leaves her outside, seemingly using her as bait to draw someone from within the house. Darlene hides Patty and ventures outside with a firearm, but it malfunctions. Patty rushes to save her mother, while Darlene also comes outside but retreats upon seeing the assailant. Consequently, Loretta and Patty find themselves in peril again. Darlene fires the gun, but it proves ineffective. She grabs a knife, and at that moment, the assailant's hand reaches through the window, severing Darlene's ear. The assailant binds Loretta and Patty to chairs in front of a car and threatens, "Come out or I'll kill them." However, Darlene discreetly conceals the knife in her hand and stabs it into his palm. Infuriated, the assailant starts the car and runs over Loretta. Darlene swiftly escapes. Later, when Martha regains consciousness, she sees the sheriff's car approaching, but it is empty. Suddenly, the assailant drags Darlene away. Martha quickly grabs the knife, and the real sheriff, injured, arrives. He aims his gun at the assailant and demands that he release the girl. The assailant lets Darlene go, but in that instant, Martha slits the sheriff's throat, revealing the shocking truth: the assailant is Raymond, Martha's husband. They are not siblings but a married couple who desire Darlene's baby. Darlene attempts to flee, but her labor pains begin. She gets into the car, only to find that Raymond has already sabotaged it. Shortly after, another car arrives, and a girl stops to assist, but Raymond captures Darlene once more. The following morning, Martha helps Darlene deliver the baby and states, "You may have given birth to this child, but I am the true mother." Darlene, in tears, pleads with her not to take her baby. Martha declares, "I will name her Martha." It then becomes clear to Darlene that this narrative reflects Martha's own experiences. Unable to become a mother herself, Martha seeks Darlene's child. After the delivery, Raymond returns and begins to assault Darlene. Martha tells the baby, "Let's go home. Your brothers and sisters are waiting for you," implying that they have previously stolen children. Raymond remarks, "I couldn't kill Darlene, I only gouged out her eyes." The two then get into the car. In the final scene, it is revealed that Patty is alive and hiding near a prison while Darlene also survives. This film presents two contrasting aspects of motherhood: one woman willing to go to any lengths to become a mother and another who risks everything to protect her child. This concludes the story. For more narratives like this, please subscribe to this channel.